out there, it is time to bring you up to speed with juicy stories you may have missed. I am Consular and you are watching The Diaspora. Stay tuned. Following the demolition of a property in the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana, steps are being taken to thoroughly investigate the matter. In this regard, the Nigerian House of Representatives say that the gravity of the invasion of the Nigerian property in the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana is a matter beyond court arbitration and should be settled at the highest level of diplomacy. This was the point of stress when the House interacted with the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs. And to this effect, President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana spoke with President Muhammadu Buhari, expressing his sincere apologies for the demolition of a Nigerian property in the premises of the Nigerian High Commission in Accra, Ghana. In a telephone conversation, the Ghanaian leader told Mr. President that he has directed a full investigation into the matter. Earlier in the day, that some suspects have been arrested and will be arraigned in court. This was disclosed by Mr. Garba Shehu, media aide to President Muhammadu Buhari. Meanwhile, the Ghana Deputy Head of Mission, Eva Adu, visited the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission and was received by its Secretary, Engineer Dr. Sule Yakubu Basi, on behalf of the Chairman CEO, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa. Take a listen.
Nobody anticipated that these people would take issues into their own hands and commit such blunder or such act. What I have to tell you is, please be assured that Nigerians in Ghana are more at home than anything else. We have so much, like I said initially, to gain than to lose if we cooperate. And so we don't see Nigerians even as foreigners. I can tell you on authority that even where I live, my neighborhood, I have neighbors who are Nigerians. We live well, but definitely there are certain laws that govern every activity that you do. In doing your activities, you don't have to, I'll go cite an example about the traders. There are regulations that govern trade. We know that with time, there are certain protocols that are signed that needs to be aligned with domestic laws, which is ongoing. But if they ask you to provide company registration, you should be able to provide company registration. If that is what is required of you to operate a shop, they ask you to provide tax clearance, you should be able to provide tax clearance. And so those are the little issues that comes up when it comes to trading in Ghana. But for the security, I can tell you that every Nigerian in Ghana is assured of maximum security.
If you go all over the world now, if you see a Nigerian restaurant, often than not on the other side of the town there will be a Ghanaian restaurant. When I was in Washington DC, so about a year or two back, a friend told me, well, do you want to eat African food? I said yes. I said, where are you taking me? He said, just calm down. And we went. It was a Ghanaian restaurant, of course, with Ghana jollof rice. So you're welcome to the commission, and we look forward to interacting with you and working together. Yes, definitely there are little issues in Ghana-Nigeria relations, but I think what we have in common is much more than some of the little issues that are there. So we definitely will surmount our differences and work together as a community, as brothers and sisters, you know, to fast-track development, not only for our individual countries, but in the ECOWAS sub-region. You're welcome.
We pray and hope drastic steps will be taken in order to avoid a reoccurrence. And now we celebrate our dear Nigerian-born Dr. Wendy Okolo, who just emerged as the first black woman to bag a PhD in aerospace engineering from the University of Texas. She is an aerospace research engineer in the Intelligent Systems Division at the NASA Ames Research Center. Ms. Okolo is currently leading works on a system-wide safety project and a Space Technology Mission Directorate Early Career Initiative STMD ECI project. In her undergraduate years, she was the president of the Society of Women Engineers in her university, and as she pursued her graduate degree, she was a summer researcher from 2010 to 2012 in the Control Design and Analysis branch of the Air Force Research Laboratory, AFRL, at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where she worked with a team that manned the fastest aircraft flying from coast to coast in a jaw-dropping 67 minutes on a trip that could take the fastest aircraft about 5 hours. She is also the Special Emphasis Programs Manager for Women at Ames. Congratulations and keep the Nigerian flag flying. And now I'll leave you with a clip from the Nigerian High Commission in Ottawa, Canada, as they help Nigerians with various complications such as their passports, student permits, work permits, and other complications in the light of COVID-19. Please watch.
Yeah, we have started an exercise of issuing travel documents, particularly the passport, to Nigerians here in Canada. And we are specific on people or applicants who have problem of permits, particularly specifically work permit and study permits. The applicants that their permits have expired, we try as much as possible, because it's a very difficult time. It's shut down, and we are luckily able to get our ambassador, Mr. Adeyinka Aseku, who graciously approved this exercise. And we try as much as possible to schedule people in batches for a 2-week program. We try as much as possible to make sure we observe all the necessary precautionary measures taken at this period. On entrance from the outside into the embassy, we make sure we sanitize people, using the hand sanitizer to wash their hands, clean their hands. We make sure that they are all wearing masks to at least prevent or protect them ourselves. We equally make sure that some of them wear hand gloves, and they sit the distance. I would attend to them one after the other. We try as much as possible to make sure they equally collect their passport immediately. Immediately we are where we produce it and give your passport to them, you go immediately. We don't congest people. We schedule them in batches of maybe 20 in a day, not more than 20 people in a day, so that we will not cause a very big crowd here. So many people have applied, and we think this exercise we try to see up to when it will end. At this point, I will graciously wish to thank my Consular General, Muhammad Babangida, MFR, who has been a father and inspiration into this exercise. Thank you very much for giving us the permission to go ahead. While we continue the process, we keep informing to make sure we know how we are going. So far, we are good to go. Only a little booklet issues we think we can fall into, because we don't have a means of getting supply from headquarters right now. However, we are managing the little we have. Thank you very much. That's to say that we make sure that If those who have permits problems that are invited, because we know what you are facing out there at this lockdown period. Permit problem in respect of study permits and work permits. If you have that problem, we try to make sure we attend to it. And we try to schedule people to not less than 20 people in a day, because we don't want any congestion that will bring a kind of problem of this spread of COVID-19 problem. We equally try as much as possible to make sure that when you are going inside for your documentaries, you give your hand sanitation, hand sanitizer to sanitize your hand. You make sure at least almost all of you here has a mask. By the time you get here, you remove it, you are wearing it, and make sure immediately you collect your passport so that you go. You don't want to start keeping it here. Just bring out your application. Hello, Princess.
Hello.
Yeah, you're welcome to Nigeria High Commission, Ottawa. Please, can you briefly tell us your experience here?
It was very good and everyone was very polite and just efficient, fast. Thank you very much.
It has not taken long
No.
since you came. So, your study permit issue probably going to be resolved.
Yeah, it's resolved. Thank you guys.
Okay. Thank you very much, and safe journey back to your destination.
This is my second time here. First time I actually came in very close to the end of the day, and I got it done in like 10-15 minutes. And today was a bit slower, which is understandable, but I feel like it was done in good time.
My name is John Adam Smart. I'm from Kaduna State. In 2017, I traveled to Kenya, hoping for a better life than what I have here back home. But it turns out very bad because of documentation issues. I ended up landed me in prison. I spent 6 months in prison. Thanks to NITCOM, Kaduna State Governor, and Rosalind Ebenebi Foundation, the Nigerian High Commission in Kenya, for facilitating my return back home. We have so much opportunity here back home, and if you ask me, one thing I think I would have done different is to stay back home and use the knowledge, the skills I have to contribute to the growth of Nigeria, which I believe is going to impact other African nations better than living home. So my message is simple. If you have to travel, it has to be necessary, and travel the right way. If not, just stay home. Let's grow home, love home.
Please, if you must travel, travel through the right channel. And now let's celebrate some of our frontline heroes.
Dr. Titilola Banjoko is a passionate visionary for African development. She serves on the Council of Royal African Society, Board of Foundation for Women's Health Research and Development, and a Fellow of the Nigerian Leadership Initiative. Dr. Titilola Banjoko founded Africa Recruit and findajobinafrica.com to strengthen Africa's ability to deploy resources for growth. She has engaged international organizations and NGOs such as the AU, the DFID, the IOM, United Nations, the World Bank, NEPAD, the WHO, the EU, the Commonwealth Secretariat, the UK Parliament, African diaspora, African governments, and private sectors in her continuous advocacy for African development. She has served on many boards of international organizations including Health Worker, Global Policy Advisory Council, and Executive Board of Commonwealth Business Women's Network. In the last 10 years, Dr. Banjoko bagged the pride of a continent, Africans' gift to the world. She is a steady commentator and analyst on Sky TV, the BBC, Al Jazeera, Vox Africa, to mention but a few. She is recognized among the 70 outstanding Nigerians in National Health Service. She has been termed a leading thinker, pan-Africanist, international health advisor, and a tireless figure on many diaspora global health platforms. Dr. Titilola Banjoko is not just a Nigerian, but an African ambassador from Nigeria who, through passionate and strategic work for humanity, transformed herself into a global citizen. Professor Dilichukwu Okonma Anumba had practiced medicine in Umuahia, Abia State, Nigeria, before relocating to the UK. In 2003, he joined the Sheffield University teaching team as senior clinical lecturer and honorary consultant in obstetrics and fetal medicine after research and clinical training in Newcastle University and hospitals in Yorkshire and the Northern region. In 1999, he became a qualified specialist in obstetrics and gynecology and a subspecialist in maternal and fetal medicine in 2001. Since 2003, he has maintained busy clinical research and teaching roles. He has headed various medical investigations in pregnancy complications, as well as investigating new technique to predict preterm birth by cervical remodeling chain detection. Professor Anumba runs specialist clinics in prenatal diagnosis and fertility therapy, prematurity prevention, and high-risk pregnancy, all of which have research spin-offs. He is Vice Chair, Academic Board, Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and serve on several other related organs. He is the lead clinician, Fetal Medicine Unit, Sheffield. He served on the NICE Medical Technologies Advisory Committee, MTAC. Records indicate that he is diligent, always going an extra mile to show professional excellence. Among many recognitions accorded Professor D.O. Anumba is the 70 Most Outstanding Nigerian Healthcare Professionals Awards in the UK.
On today's Help from Home segment, we are glad to inform you that 300 Nigerians stranded in the UAE arrived in Abuja, Nigeria on the 19th of June 2020 via the Emirates Airlines. And also 50 stranded Nigerians from Pakistan landed in Abuja, Nigeria on the same day via Tarko Air. All evacuees are now observing the mandatory 14-day isolation as stipulated by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. And now, on to our feedback segment. Thank you so much for filling out the survey as we have collated over 1,000 responses so far. Let me share some of the highlights with you. 96% of Nigerians in diaspora want to invest in Nigeria. 58% want to invest in healthcare, while 51% are interested in real estate. 44% have advanced degrees. 27% of respondents live in the UK, 21% in the US, 6.9% in Canada. The UK is winning.
Aha! Hello, how are you? Alright, now I wait for diaspora and I get stuck with this money. Not be you wait the bariga or the mushi or makoko. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Una see this link? Now for now wait for diaspora. Where see the doubt whether follow dey Nigeria? Hello, don't think about it. This link, it go carry you direct, go the place where we say it go help you choose which investment you want to do for Nigeria. Any investment, whether na waiting, whether na bank shares, whether na agriculture, whether na real estate, whether na stock exchange, any investment wey you want to do, make sure say you click am because anything fit happen for diaspora anytime and it go better say if you come Nigeria, you go get where you go relax and you get investment to fall back to. Hello, make sure say you click am because you wan say what? Where that?
Hey, Oga. See, make I help you click the link.
Make you click wetin? When we say na Ambeola primary school you go, you know here when I talk say na for people wey dey for diaspora. People wey dey for diaspora, what are they called? I know they are called diasporans. Oh, there. Let me talk to my diasporans people. Make sure say you click this link. Oh yeah, to betterment your life. Because you both say what the investment in your country in Nigeria is a forever life betterment. Thank you. You see the here. If you like say you don't get job for filling station, you see the here. Go.
Thank you so much for staying all through the program. It's been worthwhile. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at nidcom_gov, on our Instagram page at nidcom_gov, on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng, and on our YouTube page at nidcom_gov. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get a notification when we post. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m. on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m. and on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Monday at 10 p.m. I remain your host, Consular Adetumbi. See you next time.